Parlay Profit Club NFL Week 9. Just wrapping up. Cowboys Cardinals. Crazy week of NFL, and we got the reaction for you guys. But before we get into any of that stuff, I don't know how, but somehow me and TJ are both wearing Kobe Bryant Black Mamba Dodger jerseys on the same day. No rehearsal, no communication.
It's we live in the same. Area. It's not. It's the Dodgers just won. It's not that great.
I forgot you had that jersey because I remember when we got these and we're like, "Hey man, it's Kobe Bryant jersey day. You want to come?"
Yeah, it's not that crazy, man. California's its own country, right?
I don't bring it out all the time, but hey, today was the day. Parade, you know what I'm saying? They not like us parading. Oh man! Shout out to the World Series, man.
Game 7, yeah.
We ain't really like baseball fans like that. For whatever reason, like whenever the World Series comes around, everybody in their mama is baseball fan. Everybody just knows about pitching all of a sudden. Everyone knows about, you know what I'm saying, like walking people, how many innings are going, what kind of. I'm like, dude, we're watching the game just like. If there's stakes in baseball, if there's stakes, game 7, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, bro, I'm locked in, dude. And so I remember for me, I actually forgot the World Series is even on second. I'm in Trader Joe's in the grocery store. Buddy texts me like, "Oh, you watching the Dodgers?" I'm like, nah. Pull it up on my phone. Shout out Stream East. Stream East never dies. And I'm watching it on my phone. Motherfuckers come up to me in the Trader Joe's like, "Oh man, you got the game?" I'm like, "Yeah." So now it's like me, some customers in line, like watching, like Yamamoto, bases loaded. Yamamoto's pitching, doing his thing. 2 outs, and we're all just like, ooh. Is he going to be able to? And we know Yamamoto's been pitching all day. All theory guys been pitching. Is he going to be able to close this out? Sure enough, gets the final out. We're out of there. I think it was a pop fly. We're like, ooh, thank God. Like Dodgers, we got a chance. Then I made it to finally got out of there, went to my buddy's house, ended up watching the rest of the game. Dodgers had bases loaded, didn't get it done. So now I'm like, has thought to be, I don't know. And all of a sudden, the game's going on. I'm seeing Clayton Kershaw warming up. And I'm like, oh no, not today, bro. Yamamoto, you got to find to get him some Gatorade. You get him some icy hot. This nigga cannot come out the game, bro. You got to figure it out. And Yamamoto he was pitching all over the place. I'm like, they're like, he's losing command. He can't control his pitches anymore. I'm like, no, nigga, you better dig deep. get the other jersey, bro, because we need this dude to finish out. Because if Kershaw would have came in, it would have been a wrap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Clayton Kershaw. He did a lot for the Dodgers like 10 years ago, but his legacy was the guy who never could get over the hump. Whenever he's in a big moment, never came through. And that was the guy who was about to close out the greatest World Series of all time. No. And sure enough, Yamamoto, greatest pitcher of all time. Don't care anybody. I don't need to see anybody else. I'm like an OG in the fucking 90s watching Jordan. I do not need to see anybody. I don't care who you guys met. This nigga's the best. Like Yamamoto finishes it out in dramatic fashion. Literally, the guy broke a bat on his last pitch. It was over. Dodgers iced it. Dodgers go back-to-back wins in Toronto. Because literally game 6, game 7 were in Toronto. So they go back-to-back wins and literally go back-to-back championships right after Drake said 6-6 during game 6. And obviously we saw how that went. So I don't know. This dude, Kendrick Lamar, man, he when Kendrick tells you something, bro, you gotta just. There's some people. Kendrick Lamar is an oracle. This is sidebars. Disregard all the sports talk for a second. Kendrick Lamar is an oracle. You guys watch The Matrix. If the oracle tells you something, whether you're a Smith or a freedom fighter, listen. The oracles, they're glitches. They're not a part of the traditional programming. They don't have sides. You don't fight the oracle. Oracle told Drake, man, hey, listen, bro. Headshot for a year. Walk around like Daft Punk. Just chill out. Like, go hide. Go. What does Drake do? Oh, I'm in the VIP 6 and 6. The Sixers, they lose back-to-back games. They were up 3-2. They lost back-to-back games. Dodgers go back-to-back championships. And those Owl fans were saying, hey, Jays are going to beat the Dodgers like Drake beat Kenny. Why do you have to say his name, bro? Beetlejuice, don't say his name, bro. And now Nike's making commercials, the Squabble Up song. We just had the LA parade. And America is basically becoming West Coast for this whole week because you made it us versus Canada. And we had to get back at them for that hockey shit. We had to get back at them. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a fun week in sports. Dodgers owned the weekend for sure. LA had a celebratory riot like we always do for some reason downtown on Saturday night. But I had a parade tonight or earlier in the day. And then we still got basketball. The Lakers are good all of a sudden. All of a sudden, the Lakers are looking like the 80s Celtics with a bunch of really good white players and that one random black player that's decent for a double-double every night. And then the Rams. The Rams are legitimately probably one of the better teams in the West Coast or the NFC. And out of all the teams who got not really blown out, but out of all the underdogs that won, guess who didn't beat the Rams? You know what I'm saying? The Rams were the only favorite who literally did what they were supposed to do. So that's going well for us. So LA Sports is just kind of up right now. We're always kind of up, but right now it's like even the Chargers. Well, no, take that back. Chargers did kind of cough up their game, but the Rams, the real LA team, we got it done. So LA Sports looking good right now, man. We got the Dodger jerseys on. We're chilling. I know CJ's been doing pretty well with basketball. How you feeling, dude? What do you want to start?
We'll go over NFL, right?
NFL has been fucking annoying for me. So annoying. And it's not really because I've been wrong, per se. It's just the timing has been off. That's what's so frustrating for me. The last time I got on here, we were lamenting the fact that we called it underdog week, and it didn't happen. And so this week, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Let's just go with the favorite. That seems to be the vibe. And guess what happens this week? I'm not even gonna guess. Let's just roll the tape. Let's just go to the actual schedule. Because this week, all of a sudden, underdogs smacking everybody. And it was kind of a crazy occurrence because it looked like this schedule actually looked more in favor for the favorites than we initially called it earlier. So let's see if I can bring up the screen real quick. So we started off with the Ravens, and this was the setup game for us on Thursday night. Ravens easily roll the Miami Dolphins, dramatic fashion, right before all the game. Lamar Jackson comes back. Everyone, I don't know why people thought he was going to be running the ball, but throws 4 touchdowns, and the Ravens look like the Ravens again. But it is the Dolphins, so I mean, take away a grain of salt. Now, Niners beating the Giants. I'm pretty, especially at home, I'm pretty sure let me actually look to see what the actual odds were for this game. I'm pretty sure the Niners
Niners are favorites.
were they the favorites?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm not seeing that one game. Oh, yeah. Yep. So Niners are favorites. So we got the first game, Niners win. So everyone's thinking, okay, cool, favorites are going to do their thing. And they win by a big spread. The spread here was about 2 points. They cover the spread. Chargers. This is where the underdog week literally started. Bro, let me just look at this. How many?
Well, Chargers were supposed to win.
Bro, the Chargers were 10-point favorites.
Yeah.
Do you know how big of a spread that is?
I mean,
they were
a lot of the
favorite, and they lost by 7 points.
A lot of the games were like this.
Chargers actually won this game. They just the Titans actually covered the spread. So that's what happened. The Titans covered
all the games ended up being close. What happened was the game started off with the underdogs like scoring first. That's what ended up happening. Shit happened today, but I think today's the start of the different week, right? So, or no, Monday night is part of the same week, right? So the same thing happened today where the underdog scores first, and then it's the favorite has to come back and win. So the Chargers ended up, I remember seeing that game. Chargers ended up, coming up and winning. Niners, same thing. Lions, Steelers, and there was another game that ended up like that where the favorite lost. Was it the Chiefs? Yeah, the Chiefs are behind on the Bills. They ended up losing too. So
yeah, I mean usually
for the most part, the Broncos I had winning. They were down. They came out in the last, couple minutes. Patriots were up the whole game, and then Falcons started to make a comeback. Vikings were flying,
Broncos were actually a 2 point.
Yeah, but I think it was because they were missing what's his name? I think they're missing a player. But yeah, I
like main guys, but yeah, I mean, I thought the line looked weird because the Texans looked so bad against the Seahawks on Monday that I'm thinking like, oh, the Broncos are definitely going to roll them. And so, but because of the favorites thing, I was like, I just kind of stayed away from the game. But I would have probably leaned Broncos, but I thought it was weird that they were saying the Broncos were underdogs and they just like clobbered the Cowboys.
Yeah,
so bad.
I was able to take them luckily because I mean they were underdogs, so I was like, yeah, I have to. This is steal. But that was kind of the only win, really, for me personally.
So for underdog, you took the right underdog. That was now this game here, Falcons Patriots. Okay, this is another game where this is the game where people actually expected the Patriots to actually score a bunch of points.
Well, they were up like, was it 17 or 20 something at 0 for a minute.
Patriots are supposed to win this game by 5 points. Falcons actually cover the spread, so they end up losing by 1 point. So the Falcons are a weird team, dude. Like, based on what I've seen from them recently, I wouldn't have thought that they would have covered the spread. So that's one thing about underdog week is that it's not so much that the underdogs always win. It's more about who's the spread. Like the spread is more like the thing that you're sort of betting on here. And the underdogs are covering the spread like crazy all throughout this whole week. And sometimes if a team is going to cover the spread, there's a high chance that they're actually going to win the game because the scores are so close that if you cover like 5 points, you could actually just win the game. So for the Titans to cover this, the worst team in football to like cover a 10-point spread, for the Vikings with a not really a brand new quarterback, but JJ McCarthy coming off injury against supposedly the highest or like the most dynamic offense in the NFL, the Lions, to beat them. Like I saw Jared Goff, I'm like, man, what happened, bro? Like Steelers. Now Steelers got rug pulled last week against Packers. Like we all kind of saw the referees really lining them up. But for them to beat the Colts, that was awkward.
I'm done with NFL, man. I'm done with NFL to playoffs. It's just
bro. In the first slate, you had 3 underdogs win 1, 2, 3, and then 2 other ones cover. So that's 5 underdogs covering the spread. The Bears, I think the Bears were favorites, so they survived. But for the Bears to go to a shootout against the Bengals is kind of crazy. Yeah. And if it would have went to a shootout, I would not have picked the Bears to win the shootout.
Oh yeah, the Packers lost too. That was another. I didn't bet on the game. I think because it was you couldn't even bet on it because the Packers were so big. But yeah, I remember seeing the score. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Bro, this was a 13. There's like a 14-point, 2 touchdown spread. These niggas lose by 3. So like this, I don't know if you ever bet teasers, but I bet a teaser on. I lost a lot of money on this. So a teaser would be like, instead of taking the Packers like to win by 14, you take them to win by 3. So you're like, I mean, the chance of them winning by 14 or the chance of them winning by 3, like what's greater, right? These niggas lose by 3. I bet them to win by 3, and these niggas lose by 3. I didn't know if Bryce Young was gonna play. Andy Dalton got hurt, so I was like, bro, how home? So this is the 4th underdog to win, 6th underdog against the spread. Then you have the Rams, of course, to take care of business. Rams.
Yeah, I mean the Saints is come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
Just straight up, just bad. Like he's not good. Jaguars, Raiders. I'm not surprised, but this was
I'm not
game that I would have expected. And Jaguars were favored. I think they were favored. They should have been favored for sure. Yeah,
Jaguars are favored.
They were favored. And then Chiefs, Bills. Obviously, the Bills were underdogs. So then now you have 5 underdog wins, 7 against the spread. Obviously, the Seahawks were favorites, and there was a Sunday night game. So the Sunday night game was kind of like goes the opposite of how the earlier day went. If that makes sense. And then because the entire week was underdogs, it made sense that they could just win the game and not just cover the spread. So you had about 7 underdogs win. This week,
13 games, like 13, I think.
So the underdog week that I was calling the week prior hit this week. And that hurts my heart because that's a lot of money that I could have hit if I had got the timing right. So I was consulting with, AI trying to figure out, okay, hey, here's what's happening. We had 2 chalk weeks, and then, now we have this underdog week. So now what? Oh, okay, well, we're probably going to see like a reset week. So, basically what AI was saying, right? We're probably going to see a week where, basically like a bounce back week. So some of the teams that you're like, okay, this team is trash now, because basically what's happening is like, sort of Vegas is just kind of playing off of like, how we look at this and it's just like, oh, that team's a lot. Oh, that team's a lot. So that sort of, when that vibe starts to set in, they rug pull. So it's like, oh, this could be a close game. Oh, this should be these teams should rug pull. It's a blowout. Like, damn. So if you just bet favorites a lot, you're going to win more times than you're going to lose. But the thing is, you won't win as much money as you could because the odds won't be in your favor, though. It'll be like minus 500, minus 600, whatever. So whenever the sentiment is like, oh, this is an obvious win, rug pull. Usually is what happens. So because we just had a big underdog win, we're not going to have 2 weeks of underdogs just crushing. It's just not going to make sense. So what's going to happen is the teams that did get crushed by underdogs should have a bounce back week. I'm not going to say, but they shouldn't win against the spread. So the spread should still go to the other team, but whoever got destroyed this week should definitely win this week, but don't expect them to win against the spread. So we can still call out the winners. I do think it's going to be pretty obvious this week, but we're just not going to really call any like upsets or anything like that. We got first game of the week on Thursday. Raiders Broncos. We all kind of know
Broncos
are not going to. Yeah, I think the Raiders will cover though. Like we just saw them play the Jaguars really tight. I feel like that will happen again with the Broncos. It's a division game, so it should be closer than people expect. And whatever the spread is here, let me just actually look at the spread. This is next Thursday, 6th. Spread is 9.5. Spread is 9 points. So that's a lot of points, and it'll probably go up more, like 10. So the Raiders probably will cover that. Like I don't see the Broncos beating them by more than 10 points. So I got Broncos. If you want to take the money line, if you want to take the spread, definitely the Raiders. Let's see. Yeah. I want to turn this on in case. Another commenter. All right. Falcons, Colts. Falcons are the most erratic team I've ever seen in my fucking life. They go from like worst to first every week. What are we going to get this week? And also, Colts are coming off of a loss to the random ass Steelers. Colts at home.
Say Colts take it.
No, they're not at home. It looks like they're in London or something. Why are they? This game's at like 6:30. Yeah, it's gonna be the London game. The London game's gonna set up. This should set up how the week's gonna go, basically. And it looks like the spread is 6 points right now. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta covers that. So I would take Atlanta with the spread, Colt with the money line for sure. Browns, Jets. Jets were off coming off a bye week, right? They didn't really play this week, so
I didn't play.
we got them coming off a bye week. They got their first win. Apparently, Shador Sanders is hurt. So I saw that they were rehabbing with snow bunnies in Colorado. So he's not going to do anything. We got Dylan Gabriel. So Dylan Gabriel coming into Jets on the road. Jets coming off their first win. Justin Fields looking competent for the first time in his life.
Say Jets take it.
Let's see who the favorite is real quick. We got Jets are the favorite by 1 point. So they're expected to be low scoring, and it might be raining that day. So if you have to run the ball a lot, if the Jets have their players coming back too, everyone's hyped. And we got the Browns. Yeah, and we smacked Joe Flacco. What actual receivers on his team? I'm feeling Jets too. It's weird to pick the Jets. They always disappoint me whenever I pick them, but I feel like they're the move here too. We got Saints Panthers. Panthers look competent. They just beat the Packers. They are likely going to be the favorite as well. Favored by 5 points at home.
Yeah, Saints just suck, so.
And Panthers are like low-key undefeated at home. I think they only lost to the Bills. For some reason at home, those niggas just ball out. Patriots, Bucks are favored by 2 points.
Yeah, this game I'd stay away from.
What do you think? If you had to pick
if I had to pick, I'd pick the Bucks at home. I mean, just off initial, but
Bucks
I'd
have
stay
some
away.
injuries, but they're coming off of a bye, so
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield. I mean, would I pick the Bucks here?
I'm staying away altogether. Just it's too much other, Patriots do look good, but can we trust them yet? I don't know. So
2-point spread is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know if I can trust them. They're saying Drake May's MVP. So I think this might be a battle of the MVPs. You're like, who's the real MVP, Drake May or Mayfield? And I'm going to tell you right now, Mayfield's going to win that battle. So, we have Ravens, Vikings. The Vikings are the most random team, dude. I don't know how the fuck they beat the Lions. JJ McCarthy, we don't know what he is. He looks bad. Got hurt. He got benched. Let's call it what it is. Then he comes back and beats like a team that he shouldn't. No one thought he was going to win that game. And now you're playing Lamar Jackson. Now he's back, and he needs to win games because these niggas trying to make the playoffs, not the playoffs, the Super Bowl. So even though Vikings are at home and everything, I think we got to roll with the Ravens here.
yeah,
I just don't think the Vikings can score enough points. Ravens are favored by 3 points. So for whatever reason, I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be that close. I think the Ravens should just mock these dudes. Unless their defense is really that trash. Bills in Miami to take on the Dolphins. Bills are favored by 10 points.
I mean, Dolphins suck at home anyway. So
Dolphins are just they're a very weird team. I mean, they can compete against a trash team, but if you're actually good, you're cooked. So there's no point in this. You can beat the Chiefs. If you can make the Chiefs look stupid, the Dolphins are not. They don't really stand a chance. So.
that's what you would think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
Until they lose next week, and we're like, damn.
I just try to invest into it, like investing in the Cowboys. It's like you just don't know what you're gonna get. It's like a one of those bullshit coins, not Bitcoin, but one of those other coins. You're like meme coins or something. You're like, hey man, everyone's buying this. I'm like, who what? Like, yeah, man, Dolphins. I don't know. And then you get burned. Okay, so Bears, Giants. So Bears, we got -3. So Bears are the favorites here. I think the Giants are just too injured to even win any more games. Like they were a fun story,
they're done.
But I think the ride's over. The roller coaster's over. Shadow's out. Neighbors out. Jackson Dart came back down to earth. And stuff. So Caleb Williams proved that he can actually play quarterback for once in his life. Let's just keep riding him. Texans Jaguars, the game that no one should be betting on. This is a coin flip game if I've ever seen one.
I mean, what's the Texans favored?
Texans are the favorites at home.
It's just I wouldn't take Jaguars. I wouldn't be comfortable taking Jaguars. Although you could do a separate bet straight.
They're basically the same team. That's the only issue I have. It's literally
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Jaguars have been cool. I wouldn't be. I'm gonna
just
take
be
them
the
on a
Raiders, but Travis Hunter's hurt. Apparently, I don't even know who else is on their team. Trevor Lawrence is not that impressive.
Lawrence is cool. He gets the job done. I guess you can stay away from it, but depending how the line looks.
I really don't know. I mean, I guess I'd lean the favorite, which is Texas were favorites last time too. So lose back-to-back home games would be kind of crazy. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Texans here, and I'm taking the Texans just because they actually have a legit defense. Like their defense isn't the problem. It's literally like the offense. They don't have any players. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've taken basically almost all favorites. Like I said, started this. The favorites all make sense here. Now, don't expect them to cover the spread, but I do expect most of the favorites to be hitting. this week for sure. Especially after like a historic underdog week where a bunch of underdogs just won. Never really see that ever happen. Let's see. Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 6 points.
Gotta take the Seahawks. I mean, I don't even think Kyler Murray's back yet, or he's gonna be back. Tonight was a fluke. I mean, Brissett just went crazy on the Cowboys. Couldn't play defense. It's just, yeah, give it to the Seahawks, man.
Shout out to Kobe, man. He might be better than Kyler. Shout out to Kobe, man. Yeah, we have basically all favorites here, so we're gonna keep it rolling, man. We get through the afternoon games. So we got Seahawks, and then we got Seahawks. We got Lions, Commanders.
Jaden Daniels.
Did you see what happened to Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
I feel bad for his mom too. He's like, "Don't call him RG3. You're gonna curse my son." And then literally the next game, nigga has a crazy injury. I was like, bruh, like Commanders drafting like a skinny black quarterback. It's just
give it to the Lions, man.
I don't
Lions,
even
Rams.
We don't even need to look at the spread. Like it's not gonna look good.
Rams. Yeah, give it to the Rams. They look good right now.
Rams gonna get that for sure. It might be a closer game than I'm anticipating, but we're not getting swept with that, bro. Mac Jones is not sweeping. Hell no. Just not happening. Sorry.
Chargers might take it.
They're Mac 10. Like, nigga. Okay, Steelers, Chargers.
Give it to the Chargers. I mean,
the thing is, like, bro, how did the Steelers beat the Colts?
It happens.
The Colts mop up the Chargers, and now you're telling me the Chargers are going to beat the Steelers?
I mean, I'd stay away from it.
Also, well, look, this is also the Sunday night game. So
I know.
Let me just see who's favored.
Chargers.
Chargers are favored by 3 points. So Sunday night game kind of goes against whatever happened earlier in the day. It kind of like rights the ship. So I would not be surprised. We haven't called any underdogs. I'm not saying there's not going to happen, but if we just look at all these different games, like we said, like, oh, okay, like, what game could you like legitimately see an underdog winning one of these games? After a crazy underdog week, we just had a crazy underdog week.
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a London game. Maybe this one. Raiders Broncos on Thursday. No, I don't really see that happening. Browns Jets, because they're 1 point spreads. Browns can win potentially, and then Saints can't win that game. But maybe Patriots can beat the Buccaneers 2 point spread. So you have two games. This is a 1 point spread game. So Jaguars can easily win that game too. So it could happen. If you have like I'd say like I'll say like if there's like less than two underdogs win before this game takes place. If there's less than two underdogs that win, I would go Steelers. If two or more underdogs win, then I go Chargers. Because you kind of have enough balance there. But to be safe, I would pick Chargers, but I somehow expect Steelers to cover this. Not sure how, but and then okay. Dude, Aaron Rodgers in LA? Aaron Rodgers in SoFi? On Sunday night? At the Charger game?
I don't know.
Hey, we may have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to kind of go down there for that. Maybe his last time in LA, you know? Eagles Packers on Monday night. I don't even know who's favorite on this one. It should be the Eagles.
Should be a good game, but
Packers favored by 2 points.
Packers favored? Oh, probably because they're at home.
I'll say this: there's no way that both of these games are going to be won by the favorites. It's just not going to happen. So one underdog is going to win this game. The Eagles are probably going to beat the Packers. Their team just seems more built for. I don't know why they seem underrated this year. The Packers seem overrated. The Eagles seem underrated. So I can see the Eagles winning that game. It's only 2 point spread anyway. I think the Packers are favored because they're at home, but I don't think it's going to matter. The Eagles have proven that they can beat anybody any way you want to play. You want to run the ball, we got you. You want to throw the ball, we got you. So I do feel like Jordan Love is going to probably struggle that game. And yeah, this is also going to be like a playoff preview sort of game. I think both these games can easily be playoff previews. So I think Chargers get it done against the Steelers. Again, Aaron Rodgers against good teams. Watch quarterback theory should come into play here. And then the Eagles Packers. One of those two games has to go for the underdog. Definitely going to be the Eagle game. So we're looking for that. If the script plays out correctly, these last couple games become super obvious. But we're expecting this week favorites to win, money line, but the game to be fairly close. I'm not saying every game's going to cover the spread, but I do expect them to be kind of close. And then maybe next week we'll get back to where teams start to blow out. Favorites to do blowouts again. Like you can already see it setting up. Blowout. You know what I'm saying? Blowout. You can already see it setting up for next week. So at least not blowout necessarily, but more so like the favorites cover whatever the point spread is. Just usually within 3 to 5 points. So that's our NFL week for today. You got any NBA you want us to look into, CJ?
Nah, not this week.
Let's see what we got first.
They got a short week this week, so
let's see what we got first. Hold up.
Nah.
Oh, Lakers play today?
Nothing.
Lakers going back-to-back against the Trailblazers?
Nothing for certain this week. If you're interested, I know Friday they have the cups, a little tournament in-season tournament, but still too early. It's, I wouldn't say it's a good time to bet right now. Although, I mean, today I hit, but the Cowboys effed up the spread. I had effed up the parlay. I had
you should tell me your betting like that.
I had Denver, Milwaukee. I had Houston, and then I had the Clippers. Looks like they're probably gonna win. But yeah,
we have do you see this comment on the screen? That's funny. Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time. Is that true? I mean, Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time. I kind of want to hear them make an argument. Like, what are you talking about?
Are the worst sports fan? It's random. I mean, go ahead, give them the opportunity. You know.
Can we actually? Let me see if I can.
Oh, call in. I don't think we have the call in like set up like that.
We gotta definitely see. I'm curious, bro. The Universe Galaxy. I'm definitely curious to hear your take on this.
But we could do the on Instagram.
No. We're using StreamYard for sure. Hold on. Let me see if we can. I can probably give them the link or something.
Oh.
But I don't know if it's going to comment on YouTube, though. Let me see. Let's see if we get on so we can talk about this. This will be interesting.
Sports.
We have Kobe fans, which You know what I'm saying? We got the black jerseys on. We got Kobe fans, Jordan fans, LeBron fans. What else we had? I guess.
I mean, it's more of an era thing, I'd suppose.
Well, there's no other big fan bases like that, huh? Like
It's more like it's eras. It's more like eras, you know.
because you have team fans, I guess, where it's like you're kind of a certain team, but nobody else really like. There's no like Luca fans. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone likes Luca. There's no other polarizing figures other than LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. I don't think there's maybe Steph Curry. Steph Curry, I'll probably throw him in there. Like Steph Curry fans, definitely go to bat for him. But this nigga's saying Jordan fans are the worst fans in all of sports. Wait, like, dude, everybody loves Jordan. Like,
Hey, as long if I'm up to hear whatever it is, but if he's a Braun fan, everything goes out the window immediately. Just hang up the call. Just if you're a Braun fan, don't even just put the phone down. Just put the phone down right now.
Hey, you're a rock fan. You're probably against me. Probably. All right, let me let him in. Let's hear his argument.
Oh, okay.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. Hey.
Sorry, bro. How are you?
And how you doing? Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah. Now,
Right, so
hey,
let me
bro, you have a crazy take, right? You're saying Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time.
It's random.
Whenever someone questions that take, it's usually not always, but there's usually two possible reasons. One, they don't know the details of Michael Jordan fans, and they're also a Michael Jordan fan. And guessing by one of the things that one of you said, I'm going to guess at least one of you is a Michael Jordan fan.
I'd say we're both Jordan fans, just,
I'll say this. To preface, we're actually more Kobe fans if we had to like pick our.
If I had to choose, yeah.
Yeah, we're more Kobe.
So let me establish. Before I even convince you that they're the worst, and believe me, man, they're the worst. I debate them all the time on my show on YouTube. Which, by the way, since you guys are really nice to put me on, you're always welcome to come on my show and plug your page. It's all good then. But let me first establish your argument. Yeah. Oh, I'm the guy writing in the chat room. That's me, the Universe Galaxy.
Okay, that's.
But yeah, anyway, yeah. So let me first establish what it is before I even try to prove anything. Because whenever people disagree, it's good to establish what is the topic, and then we'll get into it. So let me first describe what is a Michael Jordan fan, and then I'll tell you how I know they're the worst, and then we'll get into it. Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's a Michael Jordan fan? There's no one set thing. Like, I'm not saying it's somebody who buys his shoes, puts a poster on the wall and bows down to it, or takes a shower in Gatorade or anything like that. That's not a Michael Jordan fan. I mean, that could be, but that's not what I'm referring to. A Michael Jordan fan is someone who has a mindset, a certain mindset that no one else has. To give you a non-basketball example, if someone said, for example, I don't mean to bring politics in this, but I guess I do. If someone said, I hate liberals, I hate the left, I hate socialists, I hate communists, they're probably a Republican fan. Take that logic and apply it to these people who will say things like, you got to go by rings, you got to go by analytics, today's NBA sucks, LeBron James, LeBron sexuals, the 1980s and 1990s is the greatest era of all time. Before that, the NBA was like a bunch of white guys whose average height was 6'6", they couldn't play.
Yeah.
And basically who will say things like, this guy beat that guy beat this guy. I could give you more examples, but you get the point. The point is, it's a certain group of people who think certain things that no one else thinks, and they all rank Michael Jordan either number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or something like that. That's what is a Michael Jordan fan. Now, how do I know they're the worst? Because when you count the number of things they come up with that are either factually not true, or they cherry pick something, or they contradict themselves, and again, I can give you more examples, but you get the point. No, they have the most questionable things about them compared to anyone else. So before I even prove it to you, does that make sense so far or no?
Yeah, we're with you.
It's like an arrow thing.
So not even an arrow, because you could have never been alive when Michael Jordan played, and you're going to think the same things. For example, and I'll start off again with one of the things you guys said. Anytime you question these people, about anything that they think is taken away from Michael Jordan or his era or something like that, one of their first responses is, "Oh, you must be a LeBron James fan." And that's what one of you guys did.
That's
You guys didn't say you guys didn't say I was a LeBron James fan, but you said if he's a LeBron James fan, just
he's a
hang up on
LeBron
him.
fan. Yeah.
Nobody else has a problem with LeBron James fans except Michael Jordan fans.
That's true.
And you'll notice you'll notice, by the way, I haven't even talked about Michael Jordan. It's his fans. But the immediate reaction is, well, what about LeBron James fans? Like they always randomly bring him up or bring his fans up. Like they'll bring LeBron James up in a negative way or his fans up in a negative way. Or it's like this like the Republican thing. You disagree with them, you must be a socialist, you must be a liberal, you must be on the far left, you must be a Democrat. I'm guessing you guys weren't born and raised in that time, and you're thinking like those old guys from that time, or at least one of you was. So should I give you more examples, or is that one?
I'll say this. I'll say this. You have a point. If we're talking basketball, if we're keeping it basketball, I'm with you. Like Jordan fans are very what's the word?
Insane, ridiculous, stupid, weird.
Inflexible when it comes to certain arguments. Like they're not very open-minded to.
Yeah, I'd say that.
The game has changed. Hey, this guy has more points than Jordan, though. Hey, this guy has more. So whenever you challenge different things, they're like, oh, well, you're changing the context. And so I've never really heard a lot of Jordan fans actually capitulate to any point.
I'm with you on all that. I'm with you on all that, but there's more. If it was just that, it would still be bad. It would still be ridiculous, but there's more. They do other things. It's not just they don't admit things. It's not this they're stubborn. They have certain takes that no one else has. I'll give you an example. Ask any Jerry West fan. Ask any Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan. Ask any Wilt Chamberlain fan. Any other fan before Michael Jordan's era. Nobody says, as a general rule, I don't mean this literally, okay? I'm not saying this literally, but in general, no one says, oh, this guy is better than that guy because he has one or more rings than that guy. But a Michael Jordan fan, they will say, well, he has 6 rings and he has 4 rings. Well, 6 is better than 4. Or look, this guy beat that guy. Or you know what? This guy never won a ring, and so on. It's that mindset that no one else has except for people who rank Michael Jordan number 1, number 2, and number 3, and so on. In fact, I'm gonna take a guess here. I'm willing to guess, even though you guys are very nice and you've been giving me plenty of time, that both of you rank Michael Jordan in top 7.
Top 7? Sure, yeah. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
I would recommend, yeah.
Right. And you know what? You know why I question that? Because you understand when someone says, I'm going to show you something here. I'm not going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you that you're going to agree with me, but you didn't think of this. You understand when someone says LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. I'm not even asking if you agree or not. Don't even tell me. But you understand the logic. Hey, LeBron James is taller, stronger, faster. He does so many things. He's played for so long. Good leader, too. Good team player, and just overall, someone who's doesn't take breaks. So you get the logic. But why would you not apply that same logic to other players who are taller, stronger, longer, and so on? Like, for example, why not apply it to a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a Wilt Chamberlain, a Bill Russell, or someone else? Now, you might say, hey, we think these guys are good too, but you can't think that many guys are good if you put Michael Jordan top 7.
Well, those guys, I mean, we're not making a top 10 list. To your point, I mean, I can only speak for myself. Yeah, Jordan, sure. We all talk about Jordan, is he in my top 3? Like if you're asking basketball players, he's in the top 10, Okay. Okay. I can't tell you, top, I'd have to sit down, but top 10. To your point, yes, there are Kareems. There's the even Magic Johnson's, right? We can go back.
Hakeem Olajuwon,
freaking Bill Russell, he has more rings than everyone, that's always the other argument. So you're making sense. You're making sense, right? No one's, and I mean, me and Justice, we're at least aware enough and not, delusional enough to, like you said, well, you can say LeBron's better than Jordan for the fact that maybe he's played longer, just stat wise and yada, yada, yada. But again, I just think it's just more of a competition thing, man. It's a pride, era thing. At least I think Kobe fans, right? I'm a Kobe fan. I'm not delusional, but if you were to ask me, hey man, Kobe or LeBron, I'm gonna tell you Kobe, and then you're gonna be like, oh, but LeBron, this is it. I agree. Yeah, LeBron's done more, and I'm not gonna tell you Kobe has more rings. But again, the Kobe era might say, oh, it's the Kobe, it's a Mamba mentality, right? Oh, LeBron don't have that, the last shot, he's not gonna. There's always something that era is gonna argue whether or not, some people might be like, Mamba mentality, that's not even a thing. That's just sure, it's a, but that doesn't win you game. That's not a stat. And Kobe fans will be like, no, that's the thing. Like, you need mentality. Like,
those Kobe Bryant fans, I can assure you, they're all part of the journey. They're Michael Jordan fans. Ask those Kobe Bryant fans. Listen, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. No, I'll prove it to you. If so, you know how you hear this whole stupid debate? Michael Jordan fans versus LeBron James fans. What's the difference between them? One guy ranks Michael Jordan 1, the other guy ranks LeBron James 2, and sometimes it's switched and sometimes it's tied. They're the same people. The only difference is the Michael Jordan fans hate everything about today, and LeBron James fans, okay, you guys want to talk like that? Okay, let's rip apart your era. That's the only difference. But at the end of the day, those Kobe Bryant fans, those LeBron James fans, those Steph Curry fans and all that, they either all go by rings, or they all go by analytics, or they all rank Michael Jordan 1, 2, or 3, or something like that. And I could give you more examples, but you get the point. The point I'm making is it's a pattern. You got to look at the whole picture. But the media picks it as, oh, look, there's these guys over here, these guys over there, these guys over there, and so on. No, they're the same people. Most NBA fans rank Michael Jordan number 1. They're all part of it.
I agree.
Now go ask a Jerry West fan or an Elgin Baylor fan or a Magic Johnson fan or anyone else. None of them will ever tell you, oh, you know what, you should.
Where they at though? Tell me where they are, so I can ask.
And you're right. No, that's a great point, and that's what I'm trying to say. Most fans are Michael Jordan fans, and I know I haven't gone into it too much detail. I've just given you some. When you add it all up, these are the reasons why I'm saying that they're the worst sports fans of all time. Because a John Stockton fan, a Karl Malone fan, Artis Gilmore fan, or anyone else, no one else has the arguments. But when you watch the media, oh, Michael Jordan's toughness, oh, his era, oh, today's NBA softball, it just brainwashes people, and people are suckers. They don't even do any basic research. They go, you know what? It must be true. Let's go by analytics. Let's go by rings. Let's go by today's era sucks and all that. They never even do any basic research.
You're right. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's already making the argument where basically they move the goalposts to matter depending on who Jordan's being compared to. The goalposts are make moves so that he's always looks better, basically.
And and that's part of the problem too. The goalpost moving, the cherry picking, the contradicting, and all that. But even the arguments. Let's say I was wrong about everything. I want to show you how fair I am. Let's say that everything I told you is a lie, and I'm just trying to get people triggered, and I'm a LeBron sexual and all that. That's all right. Let's just say it's all true. Even if you go by their arguments, they're not even consistent with their own takes. For example, they were telling people for years, oh, Michael Jordan's number 1 in PER. Oh, that right there. You know what? That's another example why he's the number 1 NBA player of all time. And then you ask them, well, who do you rank number 2? Who do you rank number 3? Who do you rank number 4? Their list doesn't go by PER all of a sudden. I'll give you another example. They'll say Michael Jordan won 6 rings, 6 for 6, 6-0, no game 7. Okay. But when he lost, no, it's not his fault. It's a team. And then when another star wins, well, that star won because they had a super team. They played in the weak era. They were just bigger than everyone. They were stronger than everyone else and all that. And when that star loses, no, it ain't the team that lost. It's the star that lost. You see how they're not even consistent with their own take? But no one called. Remember the other guy was asking me, where are these other fans? Where are these other people who are not Michael Jordan fans? I got a better question. Where are all these people who don't question Michael Jordan fans? Why am I in the minority?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Most of the media does kind of put Jordan on that pedestal and give him that sort of praise.
You can, and
this guy's right. There's not a lot of negative press.
Well, the was it 2 weeks ago, right? Justice, remember they were just debuting NBA on NBC. Mm-hmm. And remember in the group chat I was telling you guys, because they were talking to Jordan, I was like, this guy Jordan knows he's that guy. Because he's talking to the interviewer, You know when those interviews where the interviewer's just like he's giving you freebies, like he's just like, oh yeah, we're here to make you look good. Jordan's sitting there looking like he's just non-phased. Every question coming to him, he's like, oh man, I haven't played basketball in years. I haven't picked up a basketball in years. He's like, come on, Jordan, you haven't picked up a basketball in years. He's like, yeah, I'm shooting with these kids, shooting free throws. I'm nervous because I haven't shot a basketball. He's like, come on, Jordan, but you made it, right? He's like, I made it. He's like, oh, Jordan. I'm like, oh, okay. This guy knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows the media is, so you're right.
He does. Right. He does. No. So now I'm going to spice some things up here. You guys have been very nice. You've been very patient. You're not really disputing me on a lot of things. You're kind of agreeing on a lot. So now here's a fun question.
Sense. Yeah, you're making
Thank
sense,
you.
Man.
But thank you. Now, why do you then have Michael Jordan top 7?
Well, again, we're different kind of, we really do this.
I mean, let's not, bro. You don't have to miss words. Michael Jordan is still one of the better players.
He's still, there's no doubt.
Yeah, no, there's doubt. No doubt. He's one of the best players. But there's a lot of people who are one of the best players. Why does he get the nod over most of the other guys?
So are you telling me top 10 isn't?
Not even close. Not even close.
Okay.
Yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the question for you. What are you grading on? Great question. No, that's a great question. I do what most people in sports do. If let's say you were trying to draft a player or trade for a player or sign a player, whatever, what do? You want the best player who's available. What does that mean to be the best? You go by whoever brings the most to the table. So, for example, to take basketball out of this, I want you guys to think outside the box. Baseball. If you got speed, that's good. If you got power, that's even better. If you can jump, that's even better, and so on. Apply that to basketball. The more you do, the better you are. So look at the players over the years who never get the credit like Michael Jordan. Explain how Michael Jordan is better than David Robinson or Hakeem Olajuwon or Artis Gilmore, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, or even I'm going to go with some guys like Jerry West and all that. Oh, yes. See, now you went too far.
It's hard. It's tough.
When Larry Bird calls you Jesus in gym shorts.
Now, that's an argument. You know where you got that argument from? You got that argument from the media, and I'm gonna tear it down. Did you know that same year in 1986, in those same playoffs, he said Magic Johnson is the greatest player I've ever seen, and that was after what he said about Michael Jordan. But the media didn't tell you that.
He's right.
But the media didn't tell you that, and you guys remember. I'm not trying to be mean to you guys. You guys have been nice to me. Remember, I said the media says something, and suckers in the audience fall for it. They told you how Larry Bird called Michael Jordan God. I don't know the whole line. God disguised as in playing basketball or something, and you guys accepted it. And let's go by this other thing. Let's say Larry Bird never said what he said about Magic Johnson. Let's say it never happened. Let's say I'm lying to you. Look at the logic. In that year, 1986, Michael Jordan played in his second year, and most of the year he was injured. If I told you that a Hall of Famer said, this guy, after 2 years in basketball, and he didn't even play most of the time in the second year, is the greatest basketball player of all time, how does that even make sense?
Hey,
you ever heard of Wendy?
And by the way, there's actually a lot more. I made a video on this. I actually went through all the reasons why it doesn't make sense to use Larry Bird's argument. But I want to be fair to you guys. It's your show. If I give you all the reasons, it'll take a long time, and I want you guys to have time to follow up.
It's just like I don't disagree with you. Your initial point was Jordan fans are the worst fans of all time. To me, that doesn't correlate to Michael Jordan is now out of the top 5 basketball players.
It is a different conversation, but
can I tell you why it's not? Because there's 2 basic points. First, this is the one that's not fun, but it's true. There's no fact to prove he should be ranked over all those people. The second reason is because anything you come up with, look at what this guy said. Look at how many rings he has. Look at how tough he was and all that. You're either going to have a problem in the sense that someone else was just as good as better in those areas, or you yourself are not going to be consistent with your own point. Like, for example, the Larry Bird quote, you brought up a point, I showed something else, there's a lack of consistency. So no matter any argument you give, I will tear it down. I know all the arguments, Matt. I've heard it all. Give me anything. Rings, finals MVPs, 10 scoring titles, you name it.
To be fair, and just to kind of wrap it up. It is a good conversation, and I mean, it leads to other, conversations to be had. Pretty much who, top 10. But in general, personally, I try to stay, again, Kobe's my guy, right? If you were to ask me now, it seems like if I needed somebody to, argue for me, like, hey man, tell this guy why Kobe's better than Jordan, I'm gonna hit you up. But if you're asking me, but Jordan did this, I'm not even gonna argue, right? Because like you said, a Jordan fan's gonna, Jordan did this. Cool, man. I watched Kobe play, he put on these amazing performances I was able to watch. You can say whatever. In my heart, I'm gonna believe, hey man, Kobe, he was that guy. I wouldn't say Kobe's better than Jordan, but I'm still gonna choose Kobe over Jordan, right?
I would say Kobe Bryant was better than Michael Jordan.
Hey, that makes that makes me like even more. But at the same time, I can't, it's everyone has their guy, their idol, whoever. I'm not gonna.
That's different.
I can't.
That's different.
I can't.
No. Sorry to interrupt you. I heard you say you're going to wrap it up, so that's why I was interrupting you. Is it okay? I know you're going to wrap it up. Is it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for being nice. Then again, both of you were very nice. Man. So I have thanks. I have no problem if someone says, "Look, Michael Jordan's my favorite. I like him. He's entertaining." All that. There's no issue. Obviously, he's a legend, all-star, Hall of Famer, one of the best players of all time. What I'm questioning though is when they act like they know for sure he must be ranked that high. And if you don't rank him that high, you must be a LeBron sexual. And then the other problem I have with them is when whatever argument they give, it doesn't matter what the argument is. They're not only denying facts, they're not even consistent with their own argument. So I'll give you an example of consistency. You guys acknowledge how ridiculous Michael Jordan fans are. You know that. You know how they are many times. But then you say, hey, look, Michael Jordan fans' argument is not the same as where Michael Jordan ranks. And that's not true. Because one of the reasons that their fans are so ridiculous is because they rank him so high. And one of the reasons that is a ridiculous thing to do is because, again, there's no fact to prove he's better than all those guys. And you're not going to be consistent with your own takes if you have him ranked that high.
Okay.
In other words, what I'm asking you guys is, why rank him? If you're going to say, look, I know how Michael Jordan fans are, but then you do what they do, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, this is where I kind of go back to how are you ranking? How are you grading? How are you defining who's the best? And I feel like everyone has their own sort of metrics and grading scale that they're using. But I do feel like most people kind of default to almost like a hodgepodge of okay, we're taking a little bit of stats, take a little bit of rings. I'm gonna take a little bit of the impact you had on the game, and then we're gonna all put it together, and then I'm gonna decide like that. What I would say is, in terms of shooting guards, I feel like Jordan's the best shooting guard. So that immediately already has him top 5. Now, some people will be like, well, I'm gonna rank, my list is gonna be positionless. And then at that point, what you're saying can kind of take a little bit more precedent. But if you are gonna go, okay, positions, now, to me, I'm like, okay, what other shooting guard was better than Jordan?
Sure, I get that. But just real quick, remember consistency. If you say Michael Jordan is the best shooting guard, so therefore that's one of the reasons you're going to put him top 5, you're putting other players who don't play shooting guard in a lose-lose situation. For example, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, I agree. I agree.
If they don't do as well as Jordan, you could say, well, look, they didn't do as well. They're not as good. If they do better than Jordan, you can say, well, they're not a shooting guard, so they're not the best, so they can't be top 5. How can they prove to you that they were better if they don't play shooting guard? In other words, it's got to be consistent.
It's a never. We can go all.
No. There's a way to solve it. There's a way to solve it.
Because
we really want to get to the heart of this. And the problem is everyone's biased and everyone has their preferences on what
Not me. No.
Jordan, the thing about Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan is literally he was on the same level as Michael Jackson. People
in terms of fame. In terms of fame. Fame-wise, Michael Jordan might be the most famous, or at least one of the most famous athletes of all time. But I don't dispute that. I dispute, why are people saying he's factually better than all these guys, and why aren't they being consistent with their own takes? So when you say he has to be top 7, top 5, top 3, whatever, wherever you're ranking him, let me ask you guys a question. If you played basketball, if you were balling it up on the court, giving everyone the Jimmy and everything, you were getting the rebounds, getting the steals, getting the blocks, doing everything that you're supposed to do, and you were better than someone else. But that other guy got the recognition of being ranked higher than you for whatever stupid reason. How does that make him better than you? You're actually better. There's no bias. There's no what's your metrics. You're actually the better player. But the fans say, no, he's a top 5 shooting guard. So that right there puts him top 5 or top best shooting guard of all time. That would put him top 5.
You're not wrong. The problem is it's a subjective. It's a subjective. That's the issue. There is no objective.
But that's not the argument. See, if it was subjective, then there's no debate on anything because like you might as well just say, what's your favorite color? There's no way to win or lose that. But when you say this guy is better than that guy, you better be able to prove it and you better be consistent.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, you are right. But overall, on a world scale, that's not how it goes, right? There's always in sports. There's always a who was the best, who was number one. Like that's the issue. Like you're not wrong. You are not wrong. But
let me ask you in baseball,
sports,
how many times
a winner, right?
Let me ask you in sports, since you said sports, and you make a fair argument. You made a fair argument. 2 questions I want to ask you. If a 17-year-old guy in Pakistan told you that, in my opinion or my belief, Michael Jordan is top 7, can you explain to me? I'm not saying he's not an expert. I'm not saying he is. Why are we depending on people as if they're all experts? And number 2, I have a question for you. If you say, well, look, this is all basically an opinion and subjective, okay? Then that means nobody's wrong or right. So why are the Michael Jordan fans saying he's got to be ranked that high? It can't be he's got to be. There's no wrong or right. If you start debating that, you might as well debate what's a better color, blue or green. Nobody's wrong or right. You got to be able to prove it, and they're acting like they did. They're going by the rings. They're going by statistics. They're going by analytics and a bunch of other things, and none of them prove it. None of them.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, too. We're all prisoner of moments. Michael Jordan has a lot of moments. We just saw the World Series, right? I don't know if you're a baseball fan. You watch the World Series?
Yeah, big time.
Bro, I don't know why, but me and TJ are both wearing Dodger jersey on the same day. We didn't rehearse this. But watching Yamamoto, I don't know that much about baseball. But after seeing him pitch in that World Series, I don't need to see anybody else. He's the best. He got it. He's got it.
But did you hear what you just said?
It's a complete game. Then he gets another game, and then he closed out a game to win. He got it. I don't need to see anybody.
But did you hear what you just said? You basically said something like, and I don't have your exact words, so don't quote me, but you basically said something like, look, I'm not a big baseball fan, but then he's the best. Well, how do you know? And by the way, how can another pitcher do what he did in the World Series if he's not in the World Series to try to prove it? He's not in the World Series. He can't prove it to you. So Yamamoto gets the nod because he's in the World Series.
This is a subjective sort of, and everybody gives subjective answers to this question, to a very objective question, and that's where you struggle.
That's not. I make the claim it's not subjective. It is objective because you can prove certain things. If someone says to you, for example, look at this guy's analytics. Well, analytics are not facts. And anyway, people are not consistent with their own takes on analytics. Or if someone says, look, this guy got more rings than that guy. Anyone who knows basic things about sports knows that nobody wins a game by themselves. And if you're going to say, well, he led the way, that's what they love to do. Whenever you say, oh, one guy can't win, they go, he led the way. Well, how can you lead the way to win if you ain't got a team that's good enough to lead the way to win? And if you're going to put it on a guy for winning, then put it on a guy for losing.
I actually want to know. I want to know your opinion on this.
Sure.
This is more recent.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody, I guess after like last week was like, Wembanyama is the best player I've ever seen. What's your take?
Oh, wow.
The sports media is like just sucking the dude off after 2 games.
Well, if anyone says he's the best player they've ever seen, I question how many players they've seen because, first of all, they can't even seen all the players. How do they know? How do people know these things when they haven't seen all the players?
Okay.
How do they know these things? If I told you, hey, bro, in India, there's this cricket player. Now, I don't know much about cricket, all right? but he's the best cricket player in the league right now. I mean, what does that even mean? Or if I said to you, hey, bro, listen, man, that cricket player over there, he's the best cricket player I've ever seen, but I'm not much of a cricket fan. How does that even make any sense? It's people making things up in their head, you know?
I get your point. And to your point, yeah, when you say specifically, you know, explain why Michael Jordan fans are the worst sport fans of all time. Yeah. If anyone wants to, you know, debate that or argue against that, I mean, let us know who you think who has the best, the worst sports fans. But no, to that point, yeah. I mean, but a lot of other fans kind of do that when you're able to put your player, you know, quote unquote, your LeBron, you know, Kobe, you know, even Shaq, you know, when you're able to put, you know, your favorite player on that pedestal, they're going to say, oh yeah, he's the best. What, you know, people can say, oh, Charles Barkley was the best. I'm sure there are people who, you know, oh, Charles, but that's not, but remember, there's no argument to, you know, they can't make.
No, there is. There is an argument. But actually, before I even get to that, remember my argument in the beginning? The reason I think that they're the worst sports fans of all time, it's not because I'm not saying they do things that no one else does. Obviously, they're not the only people who do stupid things. What I'm saying is when you look at the whole picture, all the things that we question about sports fans, people denying facts, people contradict themselves, people cherry picking things, and I could give you more examples, but you get the point. When you add it all up, nobody comes close to them. In other words, what I'm saying to you is, even if you say, look at Dallas Cowboys fans, look at Kobe Bryant fans, look at whoever, New York Yankees fans, whatever, count it. Count how many problems you come up with, and I'll find way more with Michael Jordan fans. I actually don't mind giving you more, but it sounds like you guys are about to wrap it up, so I don't want you guys to think I'm being like pushy or anything. You guys want me to give you some examples?
Well, I mean, we're not the ones you have to
wrap it up, but I like how you said it. I was thinking, in the back of my head, I was thinking, does he not watch football? Does he not? Dallas Cowboys fans?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Remember, you could. I'm not saying you're wrong. Count it. Just count it on your finger. You're gonna find more. I mean, I'm kind of in a lose-lose situation. If I don't give you the examples, you won't know, and if I give it to you, I know you want to wrap it up.
No, I understand where you're going with it, though. You're saying they have the, like, out of all the things that are somewhat annoying about the fan base, you're saying the Michael Jordan fans have the most annoying things.
I'm saying when you go by everything, they are the most questionable sports fans of all time. Nobody in any sport. Have you ever heard a baseball fan say, "Hey, cuz, Willie Mays is better than Babe Ruth because he got more World Series," or somebody say something like, "Oh, this guy who didn't do good in college, well, he's the number one college player of all time in that sport." Like they did that with Michael Jordan. They voted who was the number one college basketball player of all time, and these idiots voted for Michael Jordan. Or I'll give you another one. ESPN made a documentary. You could check it out. I think it's on YouTube. 1998, 1999. These people had a documentary, the top 100 athletes of the entire 20th century. Guess who was number one? Michael Jordan. I'll give you another one. These people say things like he had the number one killer instinct of all time. He's the number one scorer of all time, the number one two-way player of all time. And I could give you more examples, but you get the point. The point is, who else does this as many times? Who else does this many things in any sport? Find me a guy. Find me anyone. Babe Ruth? Oh, Muhammad Ali? What? I mean, Wayne Gretzky? Who?
I have one more question for you, and I mean, I hope this isn't the last time we talk.
Yeah, I hope, man. It's too bad you guys want to keep it going. This is fun. Keep it going, guys.
we have a schedule to pertain to, but no, we would love to have you. We would love to have you on some other time, or we could come on your show. I'm
okay. Thank you.
Stuff out,
yeah, so, you come on my show. Plug your page as much as you want on my page. It's all good,
Yeah. But I want to ask first off, do you like Tom Brady?
I don't like or dislike him. I have no take on him. Yeah.
Okay. Who we're talking basketball here, Michael Jordan. Who's your basketball guy? Like who's your
there's
favorite?
I don't have a favorite. No favorite. Okay. There's a lot of guys I like. It's tough to pick one favorite.
Well, who's your like me, right? I just love basketball. Like I'm saying, it's not necessarily my top five, but
you want to know where I rank Michael Jordan?
Okay. What top 30?
No, look, now you're gonna laugh and you're gonna say, all right, man, all right, that's enough. Thanks for coming on and all that. But look, man, Listen, man. I don't know where I rank them. I don't rank players. Just so you know, let me set this up. I don't rank players. There's no such thing. It's just people making things up and not being consistent and denying facts, all that. But I do know there are certain players better than him. It's so obvious. And how many are better? How many are better? I don't know. But no doubt, at least this is like bare minimum. He's not top 28. At least.
Okay.
Bare minimum.
Okay. That's fair. That's not laughing. That's fair.
Well, I see one guy kind of laughing.
There's no way Michael Jordan's not top 25.
There is. I could prove it too. That means you're not listening to anything I was saying.
If you want to say that, that's up to on you. But
it's easy to prove, man.
That's why I'm interested. I'm interested to have the I do need to hear like the other 25.
My guy Kobe is on record saying like, yeah, Jordan got it.
There are some other players, but
I'll actually make it to save time. I know you want to go. I'll make it real easy. Instead of me proving each guy, which will take a while, and getting to details, just keep it simple. Show me any proof he has to be top 7. Show me anything. Show me one thing that proves it, and you guys win, and I lose. That's it. Nothing else.
I'm not debating it. I can name 7 other guys I'd put up over Jordan. I'd still have to explain, but.
Yeah, the problem. I mean, my whole thing is like everyone has their own way of wanting to grade things. So like,
that's right. I agree.
What are we going off of?
So that's what I was saying earlier. You go by whoever brings more to the table as a player. Look, if I said to you, let's say you passed by some old guy and he said, "You young kids, y'all don't know nothing about basketball. Kareem was better." Now you may not agree, but you would say, "Okay, at least I get that." Or if another guy said, "Hey, Will Chamberlain was better," you would say, "Okay, I don't agree, but I get that." Or someone says Bill Russell was better, you may say, "I don't agree, but I get that." And I can give you more examples, but you get the point. So you would agree with 3 guys. I could keep that going. I could find you a 4th guy, a 5th guy, a 6th guy, and a 7th guy. It keeps going. Now, if you say that doesn't make any sense, he has to be ranked high. Show me why.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, your context right now that you're bringing to the table is fair. So I'm going to give you that.
Remember, Denzel Washington training day. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. And people are not proving things. They believe things in their head because they're brainwashed by the media, or they have a bias, or they just don't know the NBA. Then, look, guys. You guys play basketball, right? You've played it before, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you see a guy getting more rebounds than you, getting more steals than you, getting more blocks than you, and basically doing almost everything better than you, how does it make sense to say he's better than you? You're better than him. You're the one getting everything more.
Conversation, dude. It's a biased conversation to begin with. Like a lot of people would say like, Steph Curry needs to be in the top 10.
And those are Michael Jordan fans.
A lot of people would say. So I'm just saying, like,
they're all Michael Jordan fans, man.
It's a very biased conversation.
They're all Michael Jordan fans. Look, let me ask you. Look at the guys when you watch the media when they ask Kobe Bryant who's the best, or LeBron James who's the best, or Allen Iverson who's the best. They all pick Michael Jordan. Can you look at the common theme? They're all from his time growing up. Now go ask everyone else who was not from that time. Everyone else. None of them picked Michael Jordan. So that shows you right there, not only is it a bias, it's a lack of education. People who pick Michael Jordan are either from his time or just going by the media. And if I'm wrong, then someone has to explain to me, how come most Hall of Famers, I've done the research, I read the interviews, I've interviewed most of them, or lots of them, how come most Hall of Famers don't pick Michael Jordan as the greatest NBA player of all time? And when they do, it's Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, and other people from that time. You got to go by the pattern.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a difficult conversation because I guess the argument would be like, like people before Jordan's era, the era just wasn't, the competition wasn't as good, and just different things of that nature.
And how come the only people who say that? How come the only people who say today's NBA sucks and everything before 1980 suck, and the only 2 good decades in the history of basketball are the 1980s and 1990s, how come they all rank Michael Jordan to the top? That's not a coincidence. Have you ever found, let me ask you guys a question. I will accept your answer. If you say whatever you say, I won't even dispute it. Have you ever met any human being in your life, anyone, who said, okay, look, the NBA before 1980 sucked, and today's NBA sucks, and they didn't rank Michael Jordan near the top?
No.
No.
Exactly. And that's my point. You got to look at the pieces and say, why are all these people who shit on the past NBA and shit on today's NBA, how come they all happen to pick Michael Jordan near the top? Is that a coincidence? No. It's because they either grew up from that time or they learned from other people who grew up in that time. No one else thinks today's NBA sucks. I've never heard anyone say this except Michael Jordan lovers. Allen Iverson shits on it. Kevin Garnett, Charles Barkley. You see a pattern? Shaq, you see a pattern? They're all Michael Jordan fans. Now go find me. Go find out what Jerry West said, Larry Bird said, Bill Russell said. And all that. None of them shit on today's NBA.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna say this. You probably defended your point better than any sports fan
Thank you. I debated
not even on just this show, but just on like in YouTube in general, in the lexicon of sports.
Thanks.
Those people who say random takes don't actually have a lot of substance or evidence.
Yeah, no.
Well,
This
is a really well.
I debated on my show. I debated thousands of them. You guys want to hear a quick funny thing about a Michael Jordan fan? What he told me once? He went on my show. A quick funny thing. Won't take long. You want to know what he said?
Yeah.
Check this out. He comes on my show to debate me. Same old garbage. 6 rings, analytics, 10 scoring titles, all the same old garbage these people come up with. And then he goes at one point, one of the reasons that Michael Jordan is the number 1 NBA player of all time is because even his missed shots were nice. Have you ever heard a Dallas Cowboy fan, a Babe Ruth fan, a Wayne Gretzky fan, or anyone else say something like that? And it gets better. The guy tells me that on YouTube, and I verify this, it's true. He said on YouTube, some other guy made a video on YouTube analyzing Michael Jordan's missed shots and using that as one of his reasons to determine that Michael Jordan is the number 1 NBA player of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
How many LeBron James fans? How many LeBron James fans do that? How many Karl Malone fans do that? How many Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fans do that, and so on? It's only them. I got more examples if you want.
All this does for me now is because I do agree. I see your point. I'm agreeing with you. It just makes me less, have less of a problem with LeBron sexuals. It's just a different fan bases have different things. Now you're telling me this stuff. I'm like, it's just one of those. It's frat culture, right? It's like, oh, you want to keep this lower. It's a cult. Lore of the game, of the NBA. There's this, It is what it is.
They are a cult. No, these people will cuss you out and like threaten you. I've been called. This is basketball we're talking. I've been called a racist, a pedophile, someone who's
just
like doesn't know his NBA, a bunch of things. Yes. Now you could say, well, hey, look, all sports fans do that. Yeah, all sports fans do that in general, but not to the level of Michael Jordan fans.
There's a different level.
Go tell a Babe Ruth fan or a Wayne Gretzky fan or a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan or whatever. Hey, I don't agree with you about this player or where he ranks or with the air and all that. You'll get mostly either disagreements or maybe a little pushback, maybe a little negativity. But when you disagree with a Michael Jordan fan, you must be a LeBron sexual. You're an example of why America's going down the drain. You stupid. And a bunch of other stupid examples, but you get the point.
I agree.
But they're not stupid examples. You get the point, yeah. So let me ask you guys here before we wrap it up. So where do you rank Michael Jordan?
Bro, so I do respect you for that. That was good.
No, thank you. That was it. Before you go, where do you rank Michael Jordan again?
I mean, he's still on my top. He's still on my top 10.
I didn't reevaluate. I didn't look at the stats. I need to do some research.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
On this one.
You sure you guys want to go? You don't want to keep it going? It's fun. Come on. I want to convince you guys. I want to convert you.
No, we need to. I need to do some research, bro. You can't with stats.
I think we're all team Kobe anyway.
Bro, I'm out here just we need some time
I'm going to save you time, man. There's no statistics. Don't even worry about it. There's nothing. If there was, I'd be on your side. I actually made a video. I went to basketballreference.com and I looked at so many statistics, and Michael Jordan is not top 14 in most statistics. I checked it out.
There you go.
Oh, fair enough, dude. You made a great point. we're gonna have to end it here just because I
All
gotta
right.
go to sleep.
All right.
But yeah, dude. Are you able to drop your channel in the comment section or something so we can check it
Sure,
out?
sure. I'm the same guy. I'm the Universe Galaxy, the same guy.
The
Do you
Universe
guys check out my
Galaxy.
page? Or
Okay.
do you guys check out the page? Or no?
I will check it out after. Yeah, this is the first
Okay,
time.
if you guys if you guys want, when you guys go to sleep, people like to listen to things. I'm not saying this to like plug or be funny. I'm actually being real.
Well,
I'm being
go
serious.
ahead.
Check out check out any of my debates with Michael Jordan fans. I got tons of them. Check out any of them. I don't want you to believe me. Go check it out yourself. See what happens on the side of Nike Hanes underwear. Go find out what they're about.
We have a buddy who may actually, trust me, I like you. I'm gonna go check out your page.
Thanks.
I'm gonna shoot it to this other guy, Tossifer. Now he's not, he's like us. He's more of a Kobe fan, but he is into that, me and him we had a podcast before, fourth wall type of conspiracy thing. This kind of fits into that, that realm. Why is Jordan, supposed to? So trust me, we're gonna go check those out, see how those debates go, and yeah, man. Hopefully, this isn't the last time we talk, man.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys want to go on my show. You're welcome anytime. If you ever want me on your show, it's an honor for me to be on. Let me know. No, please swallow your pride. I have fun doing this. I want you to have fun. Build up your page, plug your page, and all that.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you. You're very welcome. By the way, before I go, Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, shout out to the Universe Galaxy, man. That was great.
I'm
convinced. Yeah, I'm convinced. I mean, LeBron sexuals. You may have a new a new enemy on the board.
How quickly you adopted that terminology? Like you've been saying it your whole life.
We've all been saying it. I didn't use it. I'm just using it now
You've
because
been saying the word LeBron sexual the whole time.
I've used it before. It's not a new word.
It's definitely a new word.
It was the word of the day, but it's
I'm giving Universe Galaxy that. Like, I've never heard of LeBron sexual before.
You never heard that? Oh.
No.
But not he. Yeah, I'm convinced that's delusional because the Cowboys, they'll lose. Even now, Cowboy fans are coming out saying, "Oh man," But yeah, Jordan fans, they don't back down. They don't back down at all.
I never
LeBron fans,
and that was his point. Like, it's not something that you just think about. Like, oh, Jordan fans are annoying. It's just like, but they do. How he laid out his argument made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like they do have the most sort of topics in a sense.
It's the prestige. It's like a prestigious thing, right? It's like, I don't know. It's like going to a it's like going to a cookout, right? And you're just like, man, Martin Luther King wasn't even that nigga. Everyone's gonna be like, wait, what you say?
That's a good example. Hey, that's a good example.
Like,
that's actually a really good
man,
example.
Malcolm X was really out there doing this shit. Like y'all.
Or Marcus Garvey, or like whoever
they'll
else.
They'll be like, what? MLK was cheating on his wife. He wasn't a family man. They'd be like, man, get this nigga out of here. Get him out. It's like, hey, I'm speaking facts. It's like, get him out of here. So he may be right.
Yeah, that's a great example. That legitimately would be the wildest thing you could ever do. Black community. I got some facts here. Martin Luther King wasn't really that good. Like, bro, get out of here. Not today.
It's cool guy, man.
I'll say this: the one thing that I do agree with him on is like propaganda works, right? Propaganda actually does work. So if the media and everyone's has all these narratives about this guy's this, this guy's this, this guy's this. Could be talking about anybody. Could be talking about Michael Jackson. We could be talking about, Mike Tyson, whoever. Whatever the narrative is, most people are going to run with that because propaganda works. So if he's saying like, "Hey, I'm actually challenging the mainstream propaganda on this guy and wanting people to prove to me why he's number one," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I never really thought about it because I also believe in the propaganda and all the movies and Space Jam and everything else that I saw." But if I had to like really dig up the facts and point out,
he's got a point.
let's talk about scoring. Is he the number? Like, well, I don't know. Let's talk about rings. Robert Ory has more rings. Okay.
He's got a point because I'm even thinking boxing, right? We like to think Ali, because I'm thinking in the span of like, because I was like, well, yeah, Jordan has Space Jam, right? If you take Space Jam, you're like, oh, in a way, it's like they're just, oh, he's beating these out of world, these alien. That's how good Michael Jordan is. Like, not even humans, like he's with cartoons. He's just that great, right? And we see all this other stuff because he was talking to athletes. I know with Muhammad Ali, they had Muhammad Ali versus Godzilla, like Muhammad Ali versus Superman. Like those were comics back in the day. So that's how big. But even at that height, even if you talk to boxers, yeah, you have a demographic who's like, no, Ali was the best, but there's always that other guy, whether it's Floyd or Sugar Ray Lewis or whoever it is, Canelo now, there's always, and they won't hit you for that argument. Because again, the stats, the record, there's undefeated. So it's like, okay, there's an argument. But when you do that with Jordan, there's always that, no, it's always shut down, right? Kobe Jordan, it's always like, he's number 2. Jordan's still not. So yeah, to his point, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, Jordan.
No other sport, they give the lenience of Tom Brady. There's always Elway, this guy. Like there's always that lenience with some other player. So no, yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, because the thing with Brady is like I'll say this, like with Jordan, you never really hear about anything super negative. Even the gambling stuff, they don't really bring that up. With Brady, they'll be like, well, he was like super slow, like he wasn't strong, wasn't fast, wasn't anything. Yeah. But he could win though. And it's like with Jordan, you'll never hear that. You'll never hear like, oh, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest. You'll probably hear the opposite actually. Like he was actually mentally stronger than all these niggas.
Yeah, like, you don't hear anything, Yes, it's something to think about. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, man, this episode went in a completely different direction than I expected. But cool stuff. I mean, Universe Galaxy, I see his YouTube page here. Definitely got to check him out, see what he's talking about. The guy loves debates. He came up with the wildest question I've ever seen in my life. Backed it up. I backed it up. So I love to see him against Stephen A. Smith. Where's Stephen A. Smith? But yeah, this is a cool episode, man. We definitely got to try to see if we can link back up with him again and pick his brain about how the current season is kind of unfolding. We got new look Bulls, we got Wemby, we got Lakers looking like the fucking 80 Celtics, and everyone having to deal with their best player having an Achilles injury in the East. So I'll talk about the NBA. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. This might be our longest stream, to be honest, about an hour and a half. But good stuff, man. So hopefully we'll be back on Saturday to talk NFL to make our final picks, and then tee up any other basketball. So without further ado, we'll sign off and we'll see you guys next time.